Smiley Face killer. Due to the large number of deaths, many have their doubts on the Smiley Face killer's existence. But the facts are, 200 plus men since the early 1990s have died across the US under the same unusual circumstances. All boys have been high school students, popular and athletic, and all have died by accidental drowning. 2 retired police officers believe they can link 40 drownings in 25 cities across 10 different states. Although further investigating has found a smiley face drawing to be found at the scene of many of the bodies. The killer also left clues as to where the next victims could be found. The word Sinsinawa was found written on a wall near one man's body had been washed up. Weeks later, another unfortunate young man's body was found, hundreds of miles away. The police believe the young man had went out into the water on Sinsinawa Avenue. The Jennings, Louisiana murderer. In a small town called Jennings, Louisiana, the bodies of 8 young women were found between the years of 2005 and 2009, leaving the small town wondering who in their community could be evil enough to commit murder. Found discarded by roadsides and half immersed in canals. Work of a serial killer? Perhaps, but the fact that throws most experts off is that all 8 women were connected somehow. They all knew each other, and a few of them were even related. Police corruption has been said to be key to the murders, many believe. Eerily enough, a few of the girls had a feeling they were going to die. Nicole Gullery told her mom to not make her a birthday cake because she wouldn't be alive to eat it. She also left her children with family members and warned her mom she couldn't tell her any information in order to keep her family safe. Another victim, Laconia Brown, told her sister she was helping a cop solve a case, shortly after she turned up dead. The Long Island Killer. Shannon Gilbert was an escort who went to Long Island to meet a client in 2010. While at this client's house, something terrifying happened to her, and she made a 911 call and ran out of the house to a neighbor's house at 5 a.m. to ask for help. He also called the police and hid Shannon under a boat he had while waiting for the police. Then she vanished. Her family begged police to search for her, but when they did, they had no idea what they would find on Gilgo Beach. The bodies of 4 women were found on that beach in December of 2010. They were all missing escorts who had advertised themselves on Craigslist, originally dubbed by the media the Craigslist Ripper. 6 more bodies were found between March and April of 2011. Police said those bodies were actually there longer than the first 4 found in December. They are also believed to be linked to the Long Island Killer. There have since been 6 more murders the police also believe are linked. Shannon's remains were found and were not believed to be linked. Highway serial killer. Each red dot on the map indicates a victim of the highway serial killer, and the numbers continue to grow each year. The FBI says that there are multiple killers in a network around the country using the highways to kill by. The profile of the killer is a truck driver or someone who travels a lot. This means not staying in one place too long, thus making it harder to track. Most of the victims are prostitutes or drug users with risky lifestyles. This means they may not be looked for, or people wouldn't notice them falling off the radar. One highway in particular gained attention for its amount of victims and dubbed the Highway of Tears. A 500-mile stretch between Prince George and Prince Rupert, British Columbia, Canada, was where 16 victims were murdered between 1969 and 2006. 43 families claim to have lost someone on this strip of road. The Manchester Pusher. More than 80 bodies have been pulled from the water in Manchester canals. Mostly men, many in the city's gay village. Many residents believe a serial killer is on the loose. The police disagree. An author specializing in psychopaths believes a serial killer in Manchester's gay area are pushing men into the canals. He believes he is targeting gay men or men he believes are gay. The author, Mr. Sheridan, went to Manchester to research the deaths and says he was followed by a tall man in a hood. Manchester police have stated multiple times there is no evidence of a Manchester pusher. Senior Officer Detective Chief Inspector Pete Marsh reinvestigated all the deaths and looked for links or foul play. Marsh said a number of deaths were due to alcohol, while others were suicide. Although the cause for most of the 80-plus deaths have been established, 28 remain a mystery.